Hello children, welcome to class 6 computer session. Today we are going to learn part 2 of MS Excel application. Hope you have revised the first part by now. So now today let us revise and carry on forward the same chapter. So in the previous session, that is part 1 of MS Excel, I had told you that Excel is an application which is meant for mathematical calculation where you do all mathematics like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and statistical functions. Any types of simplex or complex calculations can be done with the help of the application Excel. Also we are aware by now that Excel is a application, one of the application found in our MS Office suite. So Excel consists of basically a worksheet which is the work area. What is the work area actually? The area in which we actually work on it. So in Excel we call it as a worksheet. What is it? In Excel we call it as a worksheet. Like you find in a Word which is a plain area. In Word we get a plain area which is a work area where you type the data. But in Excel what happens is we get a grid of columns and rows where the smallest unit is called as a cell. So this worksheet consists of columns and rows. Also we had learned the columns are identified by the alphabets A, B, C, D. Columns run vertically. Rows are horizontal and they are numbered right from 1 to 3. And by default I had told when you open a worksheet, we see 3 worksheets, that is sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. Let us see how to enter the data in Excel. So before entering the data, we should know what is the alignment of the data or how does your data appear when you enter in a cell. So whatever data we are entering may be a text data which is nothing but a collection of alphabets like your names, and also it may be a number data like the marks which you can enter in the data. So there are two types of data we are going to enter. It may be a text data or it may be a number data. Now the text or left aligned and the numbers are right aligned. What do you mean by that? Whenever you enter a text, it will appear to the left of the cell and the numbers appear to the right of the cell. So when you are entering the data, you should know the navigation of your cell point. That is how to move to a particular cell. To move one column to the right, we use right arrow. To move one column to the left, we use left arrow. To move one row up, we use up arrow. To move one row down, we use down arrow. So we also know our data may be present in the multiple screens. Since in one computer screen we are not able to see the entire data, we have to move screen up and screen down by using the keys called page up, page down, which is mentioned in the table. Hope you are all understanding. Next, to move to the first cell of the topmost row, we are going to use the key Control plus Home. CTRL key and the home keys and the end keys are present on the keyboard. Just get familiar with all the keys which are mentioned in the table over here. So, to input the data in a worksheet, you are going to use these keys to move your cell pointer from one cell to another by using the various key combinations which I mentioned just now. How will you exactly enter the data? First, you have to select the cell. That means the cell in which you have to enter the data. So, and whatever data you are entering can be seen in your selected cell and also in the formula bar above. So, in the previous session I had mentioned the data we are entering also appears in the formula bar. Maybe it is a number data or a text data, everything will appear in the formula bar. And after entering the data, you have to press the enter key and you can see the data in your particular cell. Now in this table we will learn how to do the simple calculation of addition. So this table shows the weekly expenses for certain items like eatables, cold drink, milk, transport, stationery, gift and others, which are entered in the A column, and in B, C, D, E, F, G columns we are entering the days Monday to Saturday and the expenses which we have done in the whole week. So let us take the first item, eatables. On Monday 5 rupees, Tuesday no money has been spent, Wednesday 5, Thursday 7 and Friday 10, Saturday 10. So these numbers, just you can assume that they are all in rupees. So in the H column we have to do the totaling or sum. We have to find out how much money we have spent on eatables, that is from Monday to Saturday. So children, remember, whenever you are doing any mathematical calculation in Excel, you have to start with is equal to sign. So in the formula bar also you can see is equal to sign over there. So where is our data present for eatables? It is present in B3, C3, D3, E3, F3 and G3. So whenever you are using the formula for calculations, remember, you are not going to enter the numbers, but you are going to enter the cell address. So what is the cell address for the data 5 in Monday? B column, third row. So it is B3. Similarly, on Tuesday it is C3, Wednesday it is D3, E3, F3 and G3. So our formula will be is equal to B3 plus C3 plus D3 plus E3 plus F3 plus G3. So remember, after the last cell address, you are not going to use plus sign. So after this, press the enter key. You will see the answer or total for the item eatables for the whole week. Similarly, we have to calculate the total expenses for all the items over here. Hope you all have understood. Next, here this table shows one simple calculation again, where you see the use of a simple addition of three persons, Ram, Sham and Meena, and their marks, which are mentioned in the A column, the names, and in the B column marks have been entered. So how do we do this? So as you see, Ram, Sham and Meena are the text data which we can see in the left side of the cell or the column, and 56, 67, 65 the numbers or the marks scored by these three students or three persons, which we can see to the right of the column. So again we'll recollect, text data will be left aligned in the column and number data will be right aligned in the column. Now how do we do the totaling in B5? Take your cell pointer to B5, start with is equal to, add all the cell address separated by plus sign, that is equal to B2 plus B3 plus B4 and press the enter key. You will get the answer in B5. So remember children, the answer can be got in any cell according to the query given to you. Suppose I ask you to find out the answer in D5, then you should move your cell pointer or the cursor to D5, then give the same formula is equal to B2 plus B3 and B4. Hope you are all getting it. Now let us see a small video. In today's class, let us see how to do simple additions and subtraction of two numbers as given here. First type the heading addition of two numbers in the cell A1. Okay, then type any two numbers, 55 in A2, 65 in A3. So you can also change the numbers after typing. Say now I am going to change this to 70. So we got two numbers 55 and 70. Now let us see how to add these two numbers. Always remember you have to start any calculations in Excel with is equal to sign. So I started with Excel. Yes. Now you can type the cell address A2 plus A3
and press the enter key. So we got the answer in A4 as 125. So the formula used here in A4, you can also see in the formula bar showing is equal to A2 plus A3. So this is simple addition by using the formula method, where you are using the individual cell address of the data, that is A2 and A3. Now let us see how to do simple subtraction of two numbers. Take your cell pointer to A6 and type the heading subtraction of two numbers. Type the numbers 95 and 86. Now take your cell pointer to A9. Start with is equal to sign and type the cell address of 95. As you can see, it is A7. I type A7 plus A8. So A8. You can type in capital letters or small letters and press the enter. So now you can see there is an error in the formula. So this actually I wanted to show you how you can edit the formula. That is why I have done the calculation with plus sign. So now the heading is showing subtraction of two numbers, whereas I have done addition of two numbers. So how to edit this? Take your cell pointer to 181. There are two methods of editing the data. You can either use function key F2, or you can take your cell pointer to the formula bar just to the right of your plus, use backspace and erase or remove plus sign and give minus sign. Now you see that in A9 the formula is corrected as is equal to A7 minus A8. Press the enter key. So we see the difference of two numbers 95 and 86 is 9. Now by default you see the when I just click over here, every sheet by default will be shown as sheet 1, sheet 2. Now already I have renamed this. For renaming a sheet, you have to right click. I have right clicked at the sheet 1. So the pop-up menu will appear. Take your cursor to rename and type the name of the new sheet. Just I can make it as practice 1. That's it. So hope you are all understood. Please practice few more calculations of addition and subtraction. We'll continue in the next class.
Okay children, hope you all understood. Please practice a small tables and a bit of calculation, addition, subtraction. In next session, we will see how to do the editing or modification in the entered data. That is, when you want to make any changes, we can also do so by various methods which will be discussed in the next session. Till then, goodbye. Thank you. Stay safe.